Hey guys, I'm going to be running the Ultimate Dragon Rush Descended Challenge. This will be a variant of my other team where I used Kushinada instead of Green Zuge Liang. That team was a bit safer, but it was also reliant on not encountering Extreme Metal Dragon, so this setup should account for that, but it'll also make the prior rounds a little more dangerous, so we'll see how it goes. When building your team around this, you mainly want to consider 3Dia and the following round after that. I think those are the toughest things to manage. Starting out, you'll encounter a random legendary dragon. In this case, I do have a Muspelheim. He's probably one of the worst for green setups here because his standard attack is 28k, and I obviously do not have nearly enough HP for that. So unless I have a shield prepared, I'm kind of screwed. Good thing is, he has a high turn timer, and the next round I do have plenty of turns to recharge my skills if I need to. So, because I have enough skill boosts, I only need one more turn to get my board changes up, so let's do that. He only has about 1 million HP, so not a whole lot. It's like an effective 2 million for your green setups. I could probably just use Astaroth here because I have plenty of fire orbs on the board, so I'm going to do that. See how much 2 rows do. Alright, that puts him close enough. I could probably finish him off with just a wood combo, but let me see if I can get another wood orb here and finish him off with a row, just to be safe. And there's my single wood orb that I needed. Get these guys in there. Oops. Don't want to screw that up. Next round will be a random Sky Dragon. They're all pretty easy. Let's see who I get. This is probably one of the better turns to, recharge your skills if you needed to use any. In my case, Astaroth. So I have Horai here. He does about a 19k hit. Above 50%. Below that, he will use Imperial Wrath, which triples his attack, and that's when you have to watch out for his attacks. He's on a 3-turn timer, so you do have plenty of turns to set up, a kill when you need it, so no need to rush. Recharge your skills if you need to, and 3 turns in between 19k hits. That's really easy to recover from. And you don't have to worry too much about bringing him down below 50% because he will use a turn to use Imperial Wrath. So Astaroth is almost up already, and I can just work on him. Let's see if I can get a heal in here too. All Sky Dragons have about, 1 million HP or less. So, not a whole lot to him. And you really want all your skills prepared for the next few rounds. Wangren here, he's going to be tough. He'll do a preemptive shield and then do a progressively increasing attack. An attack with increasing damage, and each will randomly change a orb into fire. I can take advantage of that with Astaroth and make green orbs, but at the 5th turn, he'll do a 42k attack, and then reset back to his first hit, and just continue a cycle from there. This is kind of why I like having Kushinada, and even better is 2 of them, because you could basically get an infinite shield going with his Flame Emperor, which is his final 42k hit. So let's see if I can get a decent supply of fire orbs, and then I can pop Astaroth and try to get some damage off. So he turned fire to fire, kind of lame. I'm not going to use them yet. I'll get a row in here, and then I'll start using some cooldowns, I think. So I do have to kill him within my turn allotment. And he's not being helpful with that. Can get 2 rows with just Astaroth, so we'll try that. Okay, so I have about 2 more turns. Use Gimbu Michael here. And I can afford to pop Zhuge Liang because I can recharge him when I need to. And we'll just do 2 rows there. Extra wood combo, that's nice. Alright, that did plenty. Okay, the next round it's going to be Basil. He'll do a preemptive increased water orb drop, about 25% chance increase, so you'll be getting a lot of water orbs. The good thing is he's weak to wood, so ideally I won't need to pop any cooldowns if I can help it, and it'll give me enough turns to recharge my skills because I do need them for 3D on the next round. Tricky part here is trying to get him low enough to be safe to stall out as many turns as possible while still getting him low enough to take advantage of that. So there's some delicacy that goes into this. Let's see if I can get any good wood orbs here. I do have a row available now. I don't think I mentioned when he does get his turn, he does a 110k attack. So most cases you won't be surviving that without any shields. You could also delay him if you're bringing that along. I could have done that a little better, but no wood Skyfalls either. Or Skyfall combos at least. I may have to use Verdandi here. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, I'll push it to the last turn and we'll see what happens. Okay. I don't have enough wood orbs to be safe. Hopefully Verdandi gives me something good. I got 2 rows, that should be fine. Wait, do I? Yeah, I do. Okay, so now I'm in a tight spot because I don't have my double board changes available. So 3D, standard 3D, he'll do a Howling Gust, he'll change fire to a jammer. Unless you don't have any fire orbs on the board, then he'll do a random one, followed up by a 20k attack, sub-seal, skip turn, and then he'll just continuously nuke you. So basically, you have a limited amount of turns to take him out. I do have 3 more on my spike here. It's going to be tough. It's a bit problematic because the only reason I'm bringing Zhuge Liang along is for the next round. And if I don't use him soon enough, I won't have him up in time. I need about 2 turns, I believe, to recharge him. Okay, there's a fire jammer. Probably should have just used Astaroth there, but... I'm going to use them now. It's a good enough board for it. pitiful. There's a sub-seal. I can just clear that. Let's get Gimbo in here. Alright, only one row on that. This probably isn't going to end well. Oh, the glorious sky falls. Alright, it's now or never. I'm just one wood orb shy of a second row. So the best I can hope for is a row and a two-prong and pray for skyfalls. Let's do this. Okay. Thank you. Please no okay, no fat shit. Ooh. This is really distressing. Okay, so round 6, it's a random one of either fat shit or one of the Koryus. In this case I have the dark one. Both of them are pretty dangerous, unmitigated. The light one, he'll skill bind you, and he's on a 2-turn timer. He'll hit for about 17k until he gets below 70%, which is pretty high threshold. He'll start hitting for 34k, so unless you have means of dealing with that, you're kind of screwed. They both have 4 million HP, and then below 30% he'll hit for 200k, which you can't really do anything about. This one preempts with a time delay, or orb time delay reduction. He's on a 1-turn timer, but his default hit is a lot less. Below 70%, same deal with light Koryu. He'll hit a bit harder, but in this case it's 19k instead of 34k. So easier to manage. And also by 30%, he'll hit for 29k with an orb change. He also has a chance to do a weaker dark orb change, just always. But considering I have Ceres here, I am okay for the most part, as long as he's not trolling my my heal orbs here. I have 2 turns on Verdandi, and she also doubles as a heal orb maker, so in addition to burst. I do have my recovery orbs now. Alright, there's a standard hit. It's typically 9k, but I'm bringing that down to 50% of what it would normally do. Oops. Forgot about that orb time. Alright, make sure to heal this time. Alright, my cooldowns are getting back up, so I'm a bit safer. And I can take my time here. One more turn on that orb time. Let's just get a heal in. They don't refresh them at all, so once you get rid of them, then you don't have to worry about them anymore. There's that dark orb change. And everyone's going to be up here in the next couple turns. I like the dark one the most because even at 30%, I can still withstand his hits. He'll still be hitting me for about 15k each hit, so you know I don't really want to stick around it, but if I accidentally get him into that threshold, I can still eat a few turns there, and provided I have a good supply of recovery orbs, I can actually endure it indefinitely. So but ideally you want to get a nuke off, you know, before that happens. Let's see if I can get a good supply of wood orbs here and just finish them off with a row or two. Okay, I should have enough auto recover for that. Okay. Can't remember how much I actually have here. I think I have 1000 HP a turn. So if I do get him below 30 and he uses his Extreme Dark Dragon Wave, I'll survive it. Let's see if I can't kill him. What happened there? Okay, there's that, about 1465. I guess I'll use these guys. Yeah, I might as well use Astaroth too, why not? Let's make it easy on me. Suppose I could have used that the turn prior, but whatever. Let's be safe. So now we're on to Zayrog. He'll do a random preemptive light or dark absorb. It's 50-50 which one you get. And then he'll just go into his rotation a gravity breath for 99% of your HP. Since I have Ceres around, it'll only be 50%. He'll follow that up with a 15k attack, which will also bind one of your subs for 1 to 2 turns. He follows that up with a 23k attack, random orb into jammer. And then he'll refresh his light or dark absorb. You don't get a spare turn between them, so if you're carrying both light and dark, which I do have here, you got to be careful with trying to finish him off. He just continues that rotation until below 30%. He'll replace his 99% gravity with a 100% in his rotation. So unless you have either a Shield Awakening, or in my case, I do have Ceres along, that will one-shot you. I think a common sub who does have that Dark Shield is Dark Izanami, and you know her active is also a shield, which those do work on gravity, so take advantage of that. It's really helpful enduring the 100% gravities. They're kind of silly in my opinion that they even have a 100%, but you know, you gotta deal with what they throw at you. Okay, so Zhuge Liang just got bound. The next turn is going to be the 23k attack. It'll be half that for me. But I still got to be careful with my heal here. He does still hit hard despite having a damage reduction. Okay, his next turn, he's not going to do anything, because he spends that to refresh his absorb shield. Notice that he still has the dark one up, so I really don't get a spare turn in between. It's still random. He's not going to alternate between them, so you know, if you're hoping for one or the other, make sure you can deal with what he has. So there, he just threw up another dark absorb. I still haven't seen the light one. And then he'll begin his rotation again, 99% gravity. So you know, for me, actually, well, for all gravities, assuming you'll survive them, it's best to hold on to your recovery orbs, because you're more or less safe. They won't kill you, minus 100%. So there's gravity breath, 50% of my current HP, I'm okay. But I do need to heal now, so we'll do that. I'm waiting to use my nukes before, or until I get these guys up. He's going to do the 23k attack. I don't have recovery orbs. That's kind of why I was holding on to them, because you know, my board changes also serve as a heal. So in an emergency, I can use those. 2 more turns on Verdandi, so let's pass another turn here. Alright, Black Disaster. Next turn is a freebie. So what I can do here is heal up, or take another 2 turns to heal up if I wish. I don't really need to, I have plenty here. Let's clear these guys with a row. Alright, there's this Light Absorb. I'm going to take a Gravity before I use my nukes, because it'll heal me up. Because why not? Honestly, I probably could kill him at this point. So here's Gravity Breath. But he does have 6 million HP, and that is a lot. So I'll use these guys. Pop Zuge Liang here. And a 2-prong. That's a pretty decent setup, and I got 1 Skyfall combo. Should be plenty of damage. There we go. Alright, that was a bit rougher than having Kushinada along to deal with the previous rounds, but you know, we managed it, and we could have dealt with Extreme Metal Dragon if we had it. So when you're building a team for this, I think someone like Minerva would be easier for handling 3Dia, and she also has means of you know, defense break for Extreme Metal, or poison with Rodin. A lot more options than green, but you know, gotta play with the love teams. So good luck if you guys are trying to do this. You won't be able to continue, so if you can manage it, you will get a Flame P out of it, as well as a nice cash reward. So good luck. Give us 7.5.